Wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. Gotta get a knife in today. Gotta get a knife review in today. So today, boop, we're going over, this is the Boker Strike. And I know it's just one knife, but this is kind of a review on Boker knives in general and strength and durability. I have three that were loaned to me from my brother Chad. And let's see, there's this guy. Don't know what it's called. I think two of them are Kalashnikovs. This is one of them. This is a Kalashnikov. I'm not gonna lie, this one's kind of ugly, but it's a good knife. And then there's this one, which brand new is a really nice looking knife, but you can see he uses the absolute snot out of these. So I found it pretty interesting that of all three, they have different lock styles, even though they're all the same. They're all push button locks, right? Or push button openers and mechanisms. And I found that kind of interesting because it's all the same maker. So you'll see three dots and you think, well, how are they all different? Do you see how far that one sticks out? So this one has the greatest ability for an accidental opening. They do come with a little lock on it though to avoid that because the plunger sticks out so far. I hate those little locks. I never use them. So for me, I would have a better chance of having an accidental opening. Better chance, but I have not. I've been playing with that thing and I haven't had any accidental openings. This one is completely pretty much completely recessed and flat. It does maybe, I guess it doesn't stick out just because I can feel the recess. So this one, and there's no lock on it. This one's, there's no lock on it. This one, I guess you wouldn't need a lock because it's kind of recessed. However, if I just drag my finger across it, I just pushed it almost all the way in and it didn't open. And that's one thing I found with these so far is that the plungers kind of get stuck a little bit sometimes. Like I just pushed it. Anyway, I heard it, like I felt it creak, creak. There's another push. So that's 3 creaks. And then it opened. So now if I press it hard all the way, it's going to pop open. But just the fact that, let's see if we can hear it. No, you can't hear it. Maybe you heard that. But it's just like, it's like creak, creak, creak. And that second one was actually audible to me. I don't know if you guys heard it. So I thought, oh, maybe it's just this one, you know, because it's used. And then I tested this one and, oh, creak, 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 creak. Would you hear that one? And so that one took like 5 creaks. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. Yeah, it's hard to hear. I can feel it, and only sometimes it's audible. But this one's like creak, 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 creak. But I mean, look at it. This thing has been used like crazy. This was all black, solid black too. You know, it looked like this, and it looks like this now. So you have to think this one's been used a lot. So then I started thinking, all right, well maybe the only reason they creak or they don't have snappy openings, besides the fact that, you know, most of them are sub $100 for an auto. So maybe I was thinking they're just not built all that great, or it's just because they're completely used. But then I was checking out this one, which is brand new. Creak, creak, and open. So they all, did you hear it? It was like a loud one, creak. They all have that. They all, so far, of the 3 I've tested, played with, have had kind of crappy mechanisms, but still good mechanisms. They still work every single time. It's just, I just pressed it. Ooh, that was a loud one. I pressed it again. I pressed it again. And there it is. So you can see that they're not smooth. Like if I took this is an MOD, Masters of Defense. If I just touch it, boom, it pops right open. There's no creaking. It just pops. So some knives are just, the auto on them is built a little better. That doesn't mean they don't work. So I wanted to do a test, and basically just kind of like the durability of these. I shouldn't have to because this one proves it, but we're going to go out and we're going to cut with this one anyway. So let's take it out. All right, so I don't think that this one has been used. I don't know. I think it's a brand new edge. So it would almost be unfair to, well, okay, it's shave sharp though, to judge it as a brand new edge because I don't know if he used it or not, but I don't think so. And this thing is crazy shave sharp. Whew, bugs in my face. Crazy shave sharp. So let's do a couple of gravity drops, some 4-foot drops. Boop, see how that bite goes in. I actually really like the shape of this knife. I think it's quite attractive. Boop. It bites in okay, nothing spectacular, but it's a 4-foot drop. That's a little better. Bam! Oh, look at that! Wow. Okay, that one went in there. I got it through the rope, and it went straight in, no problem. Speaking of the rope, let's try the 1/2-inch nylon, and we'll give it a push cut at the. All right, so it took a little bit on the push cut. I didn't have to saw. It did take a little bit, but then it just dove into the wood. Well, that went pretty good. So let's see about the, I don't know if we can get enough. It feels like I can, like I should be able to get enough. All right, maybe not. It is scarring. On one of them, I barely got through. On another one, I got through 2.5. Obviously, it's not a chopper. Keep that in mind. But, I mean, you should get enough downward momentum to be able to at least go through the wires. This one I did not. That doesn't mean it can't. That just means it didn't. However, that was crazy sharp through the leather belt. The finish on this like stonewash finish is beautiful. This is a S30V too. So you know the steel is good. They make good quality knives. But it locked itself. All right, so that's one thing that I absolutely hate. That's a big problem with cold steel. On impact, just that little tiny impact, the knife locks itself. So I go to press the button, it doesn't work. It just slows you down. That's why I hate those stupid locks. This isn't a, like you look at the ADV tactical locks and they pop in, they hold. This is kind of a sloppy lock. No, it reminds me a lot of the cold steel ones. Does it work? Yeah, obviously. Problem is, locks work too good sometimes. Too good. All right, so actually, let's come over here and test the downward stab into this tire. Ugh. There we go. All right, there we go. So, oh yeah. Once you get a good shot on it, then you're just going to be able to rip that tire right open. No problem. Still closes, still opens. Still. I have to say, and it sounds like, I know when I do a review, sometimes things don't go right. It sounds like I'm making a complaint or anything. I like this. This is actually quite nice. I find it very comfortable in the hand. A lot of knives, they do this little, this kind of like half moon cutout, and they do them wrong to where it feels like the hand is missing something. Like now all of a sudden you're lacking in the grip. This one doesn't have that feeling. This knife actually gives you a full control feeling, even missing part of the handle. And you see how tiny it is right here because of that finger well. I don't know if it's the jimping that makes it bigger or what, but it actually feels pretty good. Feels pretty darn good. Let's try the plastic netting here. See how this edge is going to be. Woo! That was pretty nice. I could tell you one thing. Their sharpness is no joke. Okay, so this blade has wobbled quite a bit. I don't know if you can hear it. That has loosened faster, I have to say, than any other knife I've tested. Pretty much. I think the only one that wobbled faster was one of those $5 Frost cutlery bin knives. So that's kind of concerning, but you have the ability to tighten it. The problem is, and I hate when companies do this, you have to get a special tool just to do it. You can't just tighten it. You know what I mean? A lot of them use either star bits or Allen bits or even a Phillips head or something. You could use a flathead. This, you need a special tool to tighten it. So having this blade loosened means it now has a loose blade. That sucks. That sucks. But, I mean, it's not dead out of the water yet. Let's see. Let's see. Let's bang on it a little bit. Let's see if we can tighten it. See if we can tighten it on accident. Yeah, that wasn't so bad, huh? That wasn't so bad. All right. So I have to say, it's kind of stuck. I like the feel. I like the look. I like that it's got, once it depresses, it's got a nice action. I like a lot of this. Oh, stupid lock. Locked up all by itself. I like a lot of this knife. That is really, really loose. I mean, let's see. No, you're not going to be able to tell that way. You see that? You can hear it. Listen to this. It's going click, 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 click. So some knives are priced way better than others. Like a lot of knives in the category like this that have this steel, an S30V, in that are auto open. They're like a Benchmade. You're gonna find a Benchmade of the same style, same materials, you know, between $200 and $300 for same size, everything. The difference is the Benchmade most likely won't end up wobbling after 10 seconds of use. I just watched Shelly come out of the house carrying this little baby pink outfit. We don't have any babies. I don't know what the hell that is. So, I think it's a Cabbage Patch Doll clothing she might be getting rid of. All right, that one caught me off guard. So, the difference is, man, that is terrible. The difference is with a Benchmade, I found that Benchmade, the autos, the springs end up breaking pretty easily, and then your knife is useless. Where this one, so far, is just a little wobbly, but it still works. I can't close it. Man, that is absolutely terrible. But I mean, I guess there's no but. I wish it was better. First of all, I wish it didn't have the lock. I wish maybe to get rid of the lock, they just made this closer to flush or round like the other one. That way it gets rid of the need for this really terrible lock. The scales are good. The shape is good. Pocket clip is good. I guess the steel is great. It's just build quality. That's what it comes down to. And I would have to say that build quality is kind of subpar. But they sell a bunch of these because they work. They're tough, and they probably sell a bunch of them because of the price. They're dirt cheap for an auto. And I don't know. It's not a Boker Plus. It looks like just a Boker. And I think they do make higher end pieces. These probably are like $80 brand new. I have to say, if it was me personally, would I spend $80 on this? I would not. That's me personally, but only because the crappy lock and the crazy wobble. And that was after doing literally 4-foot drops, a push cut on a rope, and like nothing. Like it was literally nothing. I didn't do any work yet with it. I didn't bang on it, nothing. I don't know. So this one, I have to say, it's kind of disappointing, which is crazy because he has that one that's completely beat to crap, and it's still going strong, and it's a Kalashnikov. So I don't know if maybe those are a little bit tougher. I have no idea. I don't know what it is with this, why it got so weak, and it sucks that I can't do anything about it because that is what it is. So, and I hate doing this with knives and knife companies, especially I like Boker, so it's kind of sucky to say this, but would I buy this? No. Do I think it's worth the money for this particular one? No. You take all this crap with, you could even leave this, but you take all this crap, maybe the stop pin, and in this blade, you put it on a different knife, maybe you have different outcome. I don't know. I don't know. It's just the only area that's bad is from here, from there to there. Inside that little area is the only part of the knife that is bad. Maybe, well, in the lock. So maybe from here to there, I would say if you can change whatever's going on between these two fingers, that's what I would do. And if so, then I think you'd have a fantastic knife. I mean, if this thing, if the push button didn't creak so much, it didn't take a little while to compress, if there was no lock, and if mild use didn't give it some crazy wobble, you'd have a great knife. So, if. But I guess it is what it is. So, ta-da, Boker. That's it. That's all I got for this one. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.